we continue with the work of the second Forum 2021. We now welcome Ana Teresa Igarza, Director of Mariel Special Development Zone, and we have also concessionaries from Mariel. Good morning to you, and the floor is open. Good morning. Again, our office, alongside with the users, is here for the second year in an online format, which will allow us to convey to investors in the world the investment possibilities in the special zone and the progress that has been accomplished this year. We have with us Miguyen, General Director of the Tali Global Investment Branch and the Special Zone. Catalina, General Director of a recent biotechnological area, Mariel. Honli, General Director of Tidine Green Power, a recent user approved with renewable sources of energy. Also, Alexander, Director, Co-President of Cuba Cigarettes, Miguel Sestes, Manager of Hotel Logistics of the Caribbean, and Diet Guyen, Director of Suchel. Now we will show you some promotions of the special zone. The year 2021 has been a year affected by the pandemic, and also the USA blockade against Cuba have also affected us. To have a legal special system was characterized by our own regulating framework with exemptions and release of tax. Also, the one-stop shop to be able to reach the targets set forth by this special zone. Among other strategies, we want to accompany each of our investors, introducing ourselves in the practices of the enterprise. We have at present 35 enterprises that develop the productive activity within the special zone. For this, we had to support them, not only in the logistics on the basis of the crisis, maritime transportation, but also the solution of each of the problems because of the pandemic. Of great importance has been our public health system, that it has been very special in the zone, taking care of each of our investors, foreign and local investors in each of these stages of production, ensuring that with the good practices, with the necessary measures, they have been able to keep the zone ongoing with its work. The zone continues to play a fundamental role in changing the energy scene of the country. Right now, we have a sun generation, a solar generation, 11 facilities that cover 159 megawatts hour, as well as 3 solar parks operating with 49 megawatts, and a new one in which we have Harlem, which is our most recent customer of Tayim Green Power, who will make reference of which the peculiarity of its project and the visions of it. Our company, Greenhouse Incorporation, is an investment project in the special zone, development zone of Mariel. We produce solar energy. The project to be developed is called Photovoltaic Park 20 megawatts, and is located in the 33.6 hectare close to Guajaibon in the special zone of Mariel. The plant will have modern technology, a system of operation and automatic control for production. The energy plant uses energy with, we use wastewaters from the environment. And we hope that the investment initial amount would be $25 million, divided in 2 stages, each for 10 megawatts. The business approach has been not only with these enterprises that are here present, but it has had family enterprises that have accompanied one, and one is the Thailand Global Investment, which is present in 3 different businesses, both in the production of disposable. I would like you to make reference to how the company has developed as the first Vietnamese investors in this special production, which are the perspective for the development. Good morning. The Global Investment Corporation, we began our first production in November, year 2019. At that moment, we had 2 production lines, one disposable, and also another one for women pads. We advanced to sell to 3 chains, Caribe, Cimec, and Caracol, in the year 2021. And we expanded 2 sectors. First, we got the approval of the area to expand a new storing in an area of 4,000 square meters. And also, we expanded the production, 4 production lines, altogether a new one of pads for baby and a wet line. Also, we invested 2 more lines of production and wet pads for women too. We are requesting a new area for new lines in the future. This is a joint venture which was built after piling for the family. Now Suchel Tailing develops their investment, but in parallel they're beginning part of production of the detergent that they want to produce in the future in their industrial plant. Could you tell us something about your project, how it will be developed, which are the perspectives? Good morning. The General Director of the joint venture. We have a plan for powder detergent and liquid detergent, the capacity of 50,000 annual production, 12,000 for liquid production. Right now we are under construction and we have a plan to finish the installation of the equipment by June 2022. Furthermore, we have hired this week. We will finish the installation of the equipment, and in 2 weeks we will begin to produce detergent in drums. Tallinn is present in 3 businesses in the special zone. How do you plan to project the exports, considering the importance it has for the economic development of the country and also for the sustainability of the company as such? Right now, we are selling to the domestic market in Cuba, but this is the first stage. Then we will get involved in exports. We want to concentrate in Latin American markets first, and we are receiving, with the support of the colleagues in the area, we're trying to do, we are involved in obtaining the visas to visit those places and to be able to place our product. Recently, we inaugurated CIG of Mariel. The treasure that we have in the special zone is dedicated to the high-tech, where we will produce a group of new biotechnological products. Catalina, the director of it, I would like to listen to the perspectives of the plan, possibilities, and what this has represented for them to be placed in the special zone. Good morning. As was said by the director of the zone, we recently inaugurated. We are a 100% Cuban enterprise with high-tech dedicated to the production and marketing of biotechnological products. In our institution right now, which is in the commencement stage, and qualification of systems and equipment, our first task is to establish, firstly, the Abdala vaccine, which has been used to face the pandemic in our country, and right now is found in different sport phases to different countries. We must also be capable, or we should prepare our facilities to introduce a set of new products obtained by the Center of Genetic Engineering and Biotech that are right now in their final development stage. Those products will be mainly focused for therapies against cancer, against chronic diseases like diabetes, and many other diseases. Our challenge is also to introduce other products from our group, from Biocuba Pharma, that may need high standard. We must also obtain next year the certification by SECMEC, the regulating domestic agency of the Republic of Cuba, and to be able to submit a certification from WHO in the case of vaccines, which is one of the great challenges which we have ahead. For us, being placed in the Mariel Special Development Area, this has been of great impact because we have been able to, alongside with the permanent support of the area and the one-stop shop, we have been able to integrate national enterprises and foreign companies too in the starting of this complex. As you know, we must produce there both different finished formulas like liquids, lyophilized. In the future, we will have syringe, solids, nasal, aerosols. And we must also introduce a group of pharmaceutical active ingredients. It's a combination between different institutions from our group with high standards with the fulfillment of good manufacturing practices. But as Cuba Cigarettes is over 25 years of being in Cuba. Now they are in the Mariel Zone 2, and they began to produce since last March. What has the Mariel Special Zone has represented to you? Being located there, which are the potentials it has for exports? I would also like you to make reference, considering that it is the second time you're in Cuba. As a businessman, I'd like you to tell us, presiding over Brascuba Cigarrillo, which have been your experiences. Good morning to all. I am Alexander Carpenter, co-president of Brascuba. Brascuba has made an investment in the development area of Mariel. The purpose is to increase exports because we have low manufacturing costs to meet the market, the domestic market, and to lower imports. The factory is 4 times larger than what we have before in Luyano. And in the year 2021, we began to work there for the first time with the support of the office of the Mariel Zone office. Without that, the company wouldn't have been able to start and make the production. In the year 2021 has been a very hard year because of the pandemic, difficulties with the flights, and also the blockade against Cuba has also affected us. Without the support, the assistance, and the clearness of our relations with the office, we wouldn't have been able to put our factory in Mariel. I'm optimistic with Cuba. I'm optimistic with Cuba's future, and we will continue to work. Thank you. Hotel Logistics of the Caribbean, the Excellence Marketing Organization. We recently opened our borders, and we are open for tourism in Cuba, which is the main income input in Cuba. Which is your experience in this important activity? Good morning. First of all, it has been, as my colleague said, it has been a tremendously hard year. It has affected the sector of tourism, among other sectors. And really, Cuba is betting for a quality tourism, a sustainable one, where the HLC is working with quality products to be able to supply all those visitors that come every year in the country. From our business strategy, we are working with local producers to be able to supply the logistics. We're working with beef producers, high quality beef, as well as we're also working with the transportation crisis. We're negotiating with a cargo airplane to be able to cover the demand as the visitors increase. One last question aimed at all the panel members. In a brief way, I would like each of you to give our impression of having invested in the special zone and in our country, and the real possibilities you have in doing so. Please. This year, it was difficult to finish the construction of my enterprise, but with the support of the area that they have helped us. And for me, in Cuba, there are many advantages to make investments. Without the assistance and support of Mariel, it would have been impossible. Really, that Cuba helps a lot the investors, facilitating all the bureaucratic arrangements, and really the staff is quite qualified to be able to develop the activity. The infrastructure of the port, where any type of vessel can arrive, is unlimited, as well as the rapid imports and customs arrangements. The support of the office is fundamental for our business. We are started. We have gone through many problems: construction, permissions, imports, and without the help of the workers, of the human capital of the office, very skillful and dedicated, but as Cuba would have been impossible to begin June the 1st this year. So I recommend to all to look at Mariel as a tremendous option in Cuba. Undoubtedly, the Mariel zone has always helped us to support the projects, and I think this helps us a lot for a better future. Thank you. For us, of the main advantages of the special Mariel zone, firstly, we see the infrastructure created in a way that it allows the zone to be direct in touch with the province of Havana, with the port, with the airport. That is the first advantage that we always define, the possibility of being located at Mariel. The second advantage is the permanent accompanying of the special development zone. For the rest of investors, as they said, to be able to move forward fast all the arrangements that may exist in this investment process. At the same time, the zone has also served to be able to unite all those companies and enterprises that should participate in investment processes in Cuba. Mindu construction enterprises, equipment, specialized equipment enterprises. This has been accomplished in the Mariel Special Development Zone. Well, in our case, first, the investment, we have received good incentives in terms of no tax for the first years, a release of taxes for the import of raw material also, and the most important thing is that they have accompanied us. The colleagues from the special zone have accompanied us and supported us. They have been with us since the beginning with the feasibility study, the approval, down to the production. This is the opinion of our investors. However, the office is not pleased with the results obtained so far. We believe that we must continue to be more proactive in the obtention of businesses and also to accompany all the users. helping them to make their productive activities concrete and to begin in the planned date according to feasibility studies. Furthermore, we must have the articulation and the insertion with the rest of the internal economy in a natural way, dynamic, ensuring that the new forms of management that are taking place in the non-agricultural cooperatives as well as individual or private producers should insert properly in the zone. The year 2022 would be one of great challenges, but we are convinced that we will succeed, and with the presence of those who want to invest, we will be able to meet that target. Thank you. Thank you, and we thank presentation. We have some questions that we would like to make to you. The first one, Mariel has perspective to continue increasing renewable energy projects? Yes, right now, in terms of renewable energy, as I said, we have 2 projects, and we're using the roof covers to place solar panels, which, aside from ensuring the proper coherence in the insertion of the energy program of the country, it facilitates the investor to deal with significant costs regarding the payment of energy, electrical energy. We are identifying other areas for the establishment of other projects, and in that, considering the technology which we're using, we use solar follow-up technology. In the green power case, we're using solar follow-up and the bifacial panels. We're planning that the coming businesses will also use solar energy with those modalities and what is called accumulation. That will allow us to be able to ensure at night also to be able to discharge into the national network that service. The second one is about the sales in Mariel. Could they be regarded as exports, and which are the advantages of the sale of products at Mariel? No, the products sold there are not exports when it deals with the national economy. The special zone is part of the plan of the country. It has no customs borders. That is why it's different from the open zone which we developed in the past. It is part of the national territory. Those are Cuban products, and if the sale generates an export, it ensures liquidity because it has a financial regime which is recently ratified with the inclusion of the ordering plan. They operate in free currency, and the Cuban company that carries out the sale can obtain the hard currency that will be like a feedback for their productive process. And it allows them that financial autonomy demanded by any investor for the expansion of their business, which will be the perspective of the actors at the special zone. They can be established on equal footing, natural or legal, national or foreign personalities. Those new forms are part of that legal structure that the area has begun with 8 years ago. There is no distinction, no discrimination. On the contrary, we're here, companies with foreign capital, joint ventures, also Cuban companies, irrespective of the modalities. So there is a peculiarity that was recently, at the beginning of the year, we approved. The agricultural producer, for instance, can also be involved. Right now, they are transforming themselves into an enterprise. Their condition will be maintained. Thank you. Any opportunities to increase opportunities in biotechnology? Yes. We have not only the biotechnological project, but also we have approved, and we have a joint venture with Wetpark and CIMAC, which is a Cuban enterprise. They will also develop biotechnological products with high qualification, and they will be introduced in the North American market. We have another joint venture with Cuba, Mexico. It's a special purpose. It is called to be at present in the world of this activity, the high technology. The main activists are new products, and they want to, their purpose is to link with other enterprises, national or foreign ones, to develop those products. And in that sector, there is a very wide spectrum, not only pharmaceuticals, but also software, logistics, and the intelligence of things. There are possibilities to be developed on a daily basis. Thank you to you and to all the presenters. We invite you to continue. In a few minutes, we will have a panel on renewable energy. So remain with us, and soon we will have another presentation.